At that time, you know, when I was there, very much still in the closet. They didn't know about Mark. They didn't know about anything that was going on. And I actually was very nervous going to visit them. Hey everyone, James and Mark here with another mukbang. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe.
And if you're new or newer to the channel, please comment below where you're from, what's your favorite food, and how did you find us?
Today we are testing out KFC's limited, I guess it's a limited edition item, their chicken and waffles. So we picked it up. I guess each of them come with 2 waffles and 3 piece fried chicken, however you want. So we got an assortment of crispy and original. And then we also have some mashed potatoes.
Yeah, and then coleslaw on this side.
Yep. They gave us Mrs. Butterworth's syrup. So we'll leave those ones for display, and I guess we can drizzle it right here.
Yeah. The waffles look cute.
Yeah.
I like it. Fizzy.
Yeah.
ASMR.
ASMR. Okay, so I'm just gonna... I kind of want to do it high, but I'm also like nervous.
Once you get the hang of it, you could do higher and higher. There you go. Oh, do I do it on myself too?
Yeah.
I thought
on your waffle, not your own self. So.
I thought you were gonna do it for me.
Well, I don't know how much syrup. I think you like a lot of syrup, so I didn't want to do halfsies. I know you're going to use more, but if you really need more syrup, you can always grab from the front here.
We also have like maple syrup.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't see the front.
Watch it's like drizzling all up in the front.
You're dripping syrup. I could eat this for breakfast.
Alright, I'm gonna grab a piece of chicken too, because I guess with chicken and waffles you're supposed to eat it together, I guess. I'm gonna do this. Like, I feel like I'm taking a bite of this and then chasing it with the waffle.
Well, you're supposed to eat it together, right?
Yeah.
So when we were placing the order, they're like, "Do you want original or crispy?" And James like, "I'll just do original." And then I said, "I'll do crispy." And then on our way to the window, James like, "Oh, I should have gotten crispy." I was like, "Just have some of mine."
Yeah. I never know. I feel like I equally like original and crispy.
How about extra crispy? Not so much?
Not so much, yeah. Just crispy and original are like my go-tos. Good call on the coleslaw. I didn't mean to rhyme, but...
Not bad, actually. I would get this again.
So I hope that if it ends up doing well, they just keep it on the menu, because I always feel like...
Once you like something.
Yeah, it goes away.
Even the chicken's good today.
Yeah.
Or is that I'm like super hungry?
It's also a very good size for the waffle. It's not overwhelmingly like big. And it was only $7.50 for the 2 waffles and 3 pieces of chicken. You add the side for like $1.50. Mm-hmm. I feel like I didn't eat chicken and waffles till college. How about you?
Yeah, Roscoe was my first experience in Long Beach. Mm-hmm. Even then, I think we only went to go try it because wasn't there like a hip hop song that had the lyrics Roscoe Chicken and Waffles? That's why like we knew of it, so we went to Long Beach.
I can't remember if there was a song like that. I told myself not to do too much, and I just caught myself doing it because our last video, the one where we were celebrating 10,000 subscribers, like every time I took a sip of champagne, I went, ah. I was like, that's so annoying. I hate watching our videos back and being annoyed at ourselves. It's not a good feeling.
Annoyed at yourselves or me?
Ourselves, because there's some things, you know. You have quirks too. I have quirks. Whatever.
Oh. James finds me super annoying.
This is annoying. Yeah. Oh, this piece is big. Are they both thighs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, okay. This is a weird question, but for original, is it the same seasoning as they use for the crispy? Because it tastes totally different in my opinion.
I think the seasoning might be similar, but the batter is different. So that might make it taste different, I guess. So James actually has a inspiring love story.
Is it a love story?
Or
It's like a Hallmark special type of story.
yeah.
So back in the day, I think one of my first jobs out of college is I used to do activities for senior citizens to keep them active and engaged and whatnot. So calling out bingo, throwing parties, taking them on field trips. And recently one of them found me on Facebook and added me as a friend.
How many years ago did you have this job?
Oh, gosh. Are you trying to show my age? I was like 22, so it was 11 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And I was there for about 5 years, and I popped in here and there, but she messaged me on Facebook, and she actually documented the last time I visited.
On her Facebook?
Not on her Facebook, but she showed me a journal when I ended up visiting.
On her own journal.
Yeah, and she wrote, it's been 2 years and like 9 or 10 months. And so like after that, I thought to myself, well, you know what? Like it'd be really nice to see them because I hadn't seen them in a while. But obviously at that time, you know, when I was there, very much still in the closet. They didn't know about Mark. They didn't know about anything that was going on. And I actually was very nervous going to visit them because I know, at least in the, I don't know if it's a Vietnamese culture thing or Asian culture thing, but one of the first questions people ask when they see you is, are you married yet?
Yeah.
Right? And so I was like dreading, you know, driving up there and like walking in. I was very happy to see all of them and they all remembered me. And of course, I even debated about just taking off my ring so I wouldn't have to deal with it. But sure enough, one of them like came up to me and they're like, what is that? And I was like, what?
Oh, on your finger?
On my finger.
Okay.
And she saw the ring and I was like, oh, it's nothing. And then I thought to myself a little bit longer and I'm like, why am I still feeling like I need to hide something. But I think part of it, and I think I was telling Mark even before I ended up going there, I thought because of the generation gap, I just assumed.
If I were you, I'd be like, oh, I don't want to have to explain it, you know, and have them like, you know, maybe not understand, right?
Right. Well, that's why I wish you were there, because the process of me explaining it ended up being very comical. So I finally said, you know, yes, I'm married. This is, mind you, this is all in Vietnamese. So coming out in your primary language is already difficult, but having to do it in another language is like, how do I even say this? And I didn't want to say anything that was like crass, because I don't know how to say it, right? So eventually I was like, yes, I actually did get married. I have a husband now. And I said this in Vietnamese, and you know, very reasonably, they thought I mixed up the word husband and wife, because my Vietnamese is, when I worked there, they thought it was pretty bad as it was, and I hadn't been using it for a while, and I had to reiterate again, no, I have a husband. And I wish I had an opportunity, like one of those glasses where I could just click so I could see the reaction on their faces, because I was like, I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they look very confused. And I was like, okay, well, how can I make this more clear? So I pulled out my phone and went on my Facebook, and the first photo I pulled up was one from our wedding day. And I showed them, and I was like, this is my husband. And the first thing they said was, wow, he is very good looking. That's the first, I'm not even lying.
They said that?
They said that.
About me?
Yeah, yes, about you. You know this already. And so like, it was nice that that was their first reaction. And then after that, I think a lot of the questions were more just to know, but there was no like why or like, it felt very accepting. And
good.
And it was a group of like 9 or 10 seniors who were like asking me questions about you. Some of the questions were they came from a place of innocence. They were like, well, who's the wife? And I was like, no, there's no wife. And then, again, they're very traditional. They're like, well, who cooks? Because again, traditionally, you know, the woman is the one that cooks in the household. And I was like, oh, we both cook. And one of them also said, did you have to go to San Francisco to get married? And, you know, obviously they're probably not keeping up with the news. But I was like, oh, no, actually, we can get married here, too. So, I don't know. I just had a feeling of, like, my heart felt filled in that moment. Because in my mind, I said, worst case scenario, they're going to, like, scoff at me and tell me, like, they're disappointed and all that. But then it was the opposite end where it's like, you should have still invited us to your wedding. We want to meet Mark. If you're happy, we're happy. And so just to hear that just kind of gave me a breath of like a sigh of relief, I guess, that even the older generation
we're accepting.
Yeah. And I didn't expect that. So
well, that's a nice story.
Yeah. And so I came home and I told Mark very excitedly, like,
I guess it helps that I was good looking.
Oh yeah, like no, I do think that. Like, what if
I was like ugly mofo? And they're like, oh, you should have married a girl.
Yeah, then maybe the reaction would have been different. But no, they were very drawn to. And that photo is very good of you. You're
Which
like,
photo did you use?
We're holding hands in front of the succulent wall, and you're just smiling and very happy. So yeah, and so we do need to go back there and have dinner with them. It's funny because one of the seniors saw our mukbangs and was like, why is that? Well, your friend is always sitting next to you filming these.
Oh, she watches our mukbang?
I think, you know how I put little clips here and there? And then I think it was at that point where I was like, okay, I can't hide this anymore. Like, especially moving forward and you're going to be in more, like, you're in all the videos. I just felt, okay, there's no need to hide it. So I'm glad I ended up saying something, because I could have easily
just not said anything.
I even thought about slipping my ring off in my pocket and like telling them, oh, you didn't see anything. Like it got to that point where I was like, I'm just like not comfortable.
Well, I feel like I'm happy that you felt good after that experience, but you also exposed them to learning, like, you know, about same-sex marriage and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So,
and I don't know. I think what I really enjoyed about sharing that was they just saw me as a person. They didn't see me as a person that loved another man, another woman, or whatever I love. They accepted me for what they remembered me as. So it was a great time. I'm very happy that I decided to visit.
Hashtag love wins.
Yes.
You're no longer eating chicken and waffles, you're doing chicken and mash.
There's something so nostalgic about KFC mashed potatoes and gravy. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. And then James is all trying to be cute with these like rosemary, leftover rosemary from Thanksgiving.
What, like Mukbang 101, when you present your food and everything looks like one piece or one color, you need to break it up. So that's a tip right there. Like add something green or something, because otherwise it doesn't look appetizing, right? It helped.
It helps, yeah.
And I think you can kind of smell it. It kind of makes it fresh as you're eating deep fried food.
Although the rosemary is kind of like towards the end of its lifespan. It's all wilted. All right, so verdict. Would you order this again?
I give it a drumstick up. How about you?
I give it a thigh up.
You would have your thighs up. Oh gosh, that was too easy. What?
Your seniors might be watching this. Be careful.
They just know we're having a fun time. Nothing to hide.
Oh, they're people too.
Yes. We're throwing out some ideas for our meetup. So again, we're getting closer and closer. I know we keep saying it, but it's going to happen soon. So just keep an eye out on our channel. What are you giggling about? Well, if you guys enjoyed us eating this delicious fried chicken, make sure you guys check out another video on our channel, and we'll see you guys for our next video.
Bye.